think I'm achieving it pretty quickly, and that is to change the tone and tenor of the institution.
I'm pleased with the fact that no one got hurt.
Hello and welcome to another episode of SCSU TV News. I'm Trady Collins.
And I'm Megan Olszewski. In tonight's episode, we talk about a new school coming to campus, a former vice president coming to Southern, sports, and more.
But first, let's start with some news. An issue with college Republicans and the school concerning a scheduled event caused some problems. Our own Tyler Klassen has more on the issue.
We're with Sarah O'Connor, the president of the College Republicans here at Southern Connecticut University. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right. Thank you for taking the time off. I know there's been a lot going on. Do you care to fill us in on the recent events?
Yeah, so I interned for the state GOP, and we're going to co-host the event with them, educational event about social media. And I sat down with the director for student involvement, and we booked the room, and I told her everything. I told her that it's with the state party, that there is an admission fee, and the admission fee was going to food, paying the speakers, and for travel expenses. That's it. It was not a fundraising event. I told her what it was about. They booked the room, and a week before the event happened, there was a paid employee of the CT Dems that kept calling the school trying to get information to sabotage our event. The school then looked into it and declared it as a fundraising event, which is a complete lie because I told them exactly what it was. And then they decided it was going to cost the school $4,000 to put on the 3-day event. And then we decided to move it because that's ridiculous. We're not going to pay $4,000, even though I pay admission fee here and in my tuition for events like that. And they tried blaming it as a communication mishap, saying that they were unaware, which is a complete lie because I sat face to face with them. And then they said that they never confirmed the rooms with me. So I printed out the email saying, here's the confirmation of your room. It was in the system, everything. So it's just really frustrating that I pay all this money here and to be called like a liar pretty much and saying that it was a miscommunication, even though I did everything correctly. If they didn't want the event here, they could have told us that from day one. And said we promoted it for the longest time and then was told it was going to cost $4,000. So.
Do you feel like you've been discriminated against?
Yeah, I see it. I get discriminated against all the time because I'm a conservative on this campus. They preach social justice, but conservatives are not a part of that. So.
That you questions that you would like answer? Anything you'd like to see Southern do better in the future?
Don't discriminate against conservatives because we're a loud voice. I mean, like, I'm just not going to stay silent. Like, they want me to lower the temperature. That's not going to happen. Don't advocate for social justice and then turn around and not do it.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking the time off. Have a good one. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The Office of Sustainability is hosting their annual e-waste drive. Any old computers, phones, and other electronics that aren't being used can be brought to the facility's operation warehouse. The drive ends March 9th. For more information, contact the Office of Sustainability.
Environmental Justice Week begins here at Southern on Monday, March 5th. According to our campus website, the week will bring science and environmental journalists to campus to discuss hot topics such as climate change, earthquakes, the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge, and environmental injustice in South Africa. The events will take place in various spots around Eggman Hall. For more info on these forums, visit southernct.edu.
Recently, it was announced that an elementary school is being built on our campus. Our own Scott LaFontaine has more.
Thank you. I'm standing on Farnham Avenue at Lot 8 on the site of where the new, strong 21st century communication and SCSU lab school will be. Currently situated on Orchard Street, the Strong School will be relocating to Farnham Ave upon the completion of the new building in 2019. 490 pre-K through 4th graders will be getting an education at the school, and numerous Southern students in the educational field will have the opportunity to prepare for their future careers at the school. I had the opportunity to discuss the new building with the Associate Vice President for Capital Budgeting and Facilities Operations, Robert Shearley. According to Mr. Shearley, conversations about the new building began to facilitate about 3 years ago with the help of Dean Hedges, who Shearley called instrumental in the development of the building. During our time together, Shearley and myself also discussed the exterior design of the new school. Shearley stated that the facade of the building and the exterior structure will match that of other Southern buildings on campus. In regards to possible traffic issues that the school may cause in Farnham Ave, I consulted Chief Dooley of the Southern Police Department, who was kind enough to discuss the issue with me.
Well, we thought about an increase in traffic, and so in terms of buses coming in, at this time, buses will be coming in at a certain time that don't appear to be conflicting with the schedule we have early morning or in the afternoon. They'll be out before our normal heavy rush leaving at the 4:30, 4:45 range.
On the site of the new Strong School, I'm Scott LaFontaine. Back to you.
A former vice president will be making an appearance to Southern this year. Former Vice President Joe Biden will be speaking at Lyman Center on March 23rd. Tickets are $65 for regular seating, $75 for premium, and $25 for all SCSU students with valid ID. For more information, visit Lyman Center.
SCUF, Southern's Film Festival, takes place on Thursday, May 3rd in the Student Center Theater. This year's film theme will be film noir. We here at SCSU TV are seeking your submissions for our festival. Slates open for submissions include narrative, community, experimental, music, documentary, and more. This year, Liverpool John Moores University in Liverpool, England, will be sponsoring an international slate for our festival. The deadline to submit your work is Friday, April 13th. More information can be found on our social media pages.
And now for sports with Scott LaFontaine and Cameron Crompton. Fellas, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Despite making it past the first round of the NE10 tournament, the Southern men's basketball season came to an end last Sunday in New Hampshire. The Owls fell to St. Anselm 93-86. Junior guard Isaiah McLeod led all scorers with 31. However, the Hawks managed to outscore the Owls 9-4 in the final minutes of the game, securing the 6-point victory and punching their ticket to the semifinals.
Back home in New Haven, the women's basketball team secured a 75-64 win over Southern New Hampshire University. Senior Abby Hurlbert was 2 points shy of tying the SCSU single-game scoring record as she recorded a career-high 38 points. The Owls will advance to the NE10 semifinals versus Bentley on March 1st with tip-off set for 7 p.m. at Moore Fieldhouse.
Speaking of women's basketball, our own Sydney Jones got to sit down with one of the players and talk about her journey, being the only freshman on the team. Here's another episode of Student Spotlight.
What's going on, guys? It's Sydney here from SCSU TV with another episode of Student Spotlight, and right now I'm here with my friend Brandon. And how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, can you just let the people, tell us about yourself?
Well, I'm from Apple Valley, Minnesota, and I play on the women's basketball team here. I'm a freshman. Yeah.
All right. So first off, let's start with basketball. First off, congrats on the divisional conference championship. How is it coming straight here, being a freshman and all, and you're just walking right into a winning program? How is that?
Well, my high school team actually was pretty successful, so it's not that different for me, but of course it's a blessing to be on a team that's doing so well.
And now Coach Lynch, she's been a part of the championship team at Southern, and she was a younger coach, you said. How has that kind of experience with her, how has she kind of helped you, and how has that kind of formed you or molded you as a player to be at Southern at the moment?
Well, I think that Coach Lynch does a really good job of being there for her players. She kind of has her own relationship with every person, and I know that I can go talk to her about anything, especially because I'm so far away from home and my parents aren't 20 minutes away. But she also played my position when she was here, so getting pointers from her is always nice.
All right, and then being a freshman now, you're the only freshman on the team. How is that, where it's you're the only one, everybody's kind of older, and then it's we want you to come out and play now, and be a major part of the team? How is that?
Well, obviously it's a blessing to be given the opportunity to play, but also sometimes difficult. I'm a little bit hard on myself, but you know, it's okay because we are doing well and it's about the team, so yeah.
All right, so next, let's talk about you being from Minnesota. Can you kind of talk about that and just like the difference between being in Minnesota and Connecticut? I know one thing, the weather isn't that much different from it, so.
Well, people don't really know, like Minnesota, when people think of Minnesota, they think like, oh, it's like all small town USA, and I live in a suburb of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Our metro area is like basically the same, like we have the same size cities as they are here, so like we have like 65,000 people in my town. Like we're not super tiny, but it is a little bit different. There's so many more towns closer together here. Otherwise, it's really not all that different. I sometimes forget that I'm so far away from home because it is really similar to where I'm from in Minnesota, but obviously there's smaller places there. I don't know. Yeah.
And now, talk about kind of how you even, you know, southern in Minnesota, that's not like, everybody's not doing that, you know, some people stay home or just a little bit closer. What kind of made you decide, you know, I can do this and like, I kind of won't have that homesickness and that I'll be able to do this, and like, even though I won't be able to be around my family as much, I can still just be able to do it and push through.
Well, I always kind of wanted to go far away from home because I wanted to experience something different than what I was used to. And I got really comfortable in my life at home, but I wanted to like push myself and push my boundaries and see how I would do in a different place. And I think that it's helped me grow a lot as a person, so I'm really glad that I made the decision to come all the way out here.
All right, so I'm gonna ask a couple quick questions about the differences. You tell me what's better from Minnesota and Connecticut. All right. Better weather.
Connecticut.
Better mall.
Minnesota. We have the Mall of America.
Better pizza.
Oh. Well, Connecticut better than Minnesota, but I gotta go with Chicago deep dish. That's Midwest, so like,
yeah. I like deep dish better. A lot, you know, here in New York area, people do not agree with deep dish, but I love deep dish.
It's my favorite.
And so just kind of, what are your goals here for the future being here at Southern? Basketball-wise, academic-wise, and just life-wise, what are your goals?
Well, I hope that we can win a championship in my 4 years. It's looking pretty good for us this year, so we have a chance to get pretty far. And I hope to just build on that momentum. Academics are something that's really important to me as well, so I hope to do well academically, obviously, but yeah, basketball-wise, just to see the team do well. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Guys, this has been Miranda. Good luck on the rest of your season. If you guys can, check out the rest of their season. They're going to be playing in the N10 tournament and also NCAAs, and it should be a great rest of the season. I hope you guys win it all. We're rooting for you. And this has been Sydney Jones from SCSU TV. Make sure to follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at SCSU TV. See you next time on Student Spotlight.
The Southern baseball season began this past weekend with 4 games in Myrtle Beach. The Owls split the 4 games with victories over Dominican and Mercy and losses to Felician and Wilmington. A 14-8 win over Mercy and a 14-run shutout over Dominican College has Southern sitting at .500 to start the season.
Well, that's all we have for sports this week. Back to you, Megan and Trinity.
Thanks, guys. This has been another episode of SCSU TV News. Thank you for watching. I'm Trinity Collins.
And I'm Megan Olszewski. Make sure to like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Be sure to also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at SCSU TV. See you next time.